Okay, so let's start introducing some more stuff. So maybe just add the squid, because we haven't really, because he's quite important. So let's add the squid. Let's go further along in the sequence. Oh, by the way, we also need to change the camera animation. We obviously, because we have some keys for the camera animation, but we hadn't really changed that when we changed the frame rate. So that's why we kind of need to do that. So let's select all that stuff. Let's move all of that over. Let's just do it over here. We can also go over here and then we can just grab the keyframes. We don't have the problem where we accidentally move the handles. It's always annoying when you're like have like this many keys. There, the keyframes are quite small. So generally, kind of want to set your frame range correct from the get-go. I've been there too many times that I forgot that. So generally, just want to do that from the start. All right, let's now put it back to 1000. I was already a little bit confused why we didn't really have a super wide render. All right, so now we should be pretty wide at the when we're looking at this frame. Let's see if we're still properly looking through. Oh, we're not looking through aces. For some reason, this thing sometimes resets. Yeah, you can see that makes a super big difference in the colors. Okay, so we need to, it's annoying now I'm working on this small screen. So, okay, so we kind of need to change some stuff now. Let's go back to our lights. So that's kind of why you want to do the aces thing properly from the beginning. Let's do 5. Let's turn down the volumetrics. Let's go to volumetric scattering. So this really has a big influence on the actual look of the scene. Because especially the volumetrics look way different. And we probably need to change some of the coloring, but let's for now just move a little bit further along. All right. So let's just go to, let's hope this thing doesn't keep resetting because it's just annoying. All right, let's go further along. So here is our squid. So now if we press render, then our squiddy boy should be there. All right, so you see we kind of have a problem here where our squid is super dark because we're only lighting him from the back right now. So we need to make some extra lights to have our squid stand out and not really look, well, like weird like he is now. So we can make some specific lights that are specifically aimed at our little squid. Okay, so let's go into our scene view. So there's something called light mesh associations where you make a light and associate it with a certain mesh. So let's first make a redshift light here. So make it over here. Maybe call this squid light. Go to objects and say enable light mesh association. So we only want to enable this for the squid and eyes. Same for this. Oh, and we also on the Rob, we haven't put this to also render the eyes. So we also want this to render his eyes. Because right now it's not rendering the eyes. Okay, so let's press render. All right. So let's tweak this light a little bit. Maybe we want it to be a spotlight. Let's increase the intensity. So maybe I want it to be over here. And again, this will just depend on like the look that you're after. Maybe I'm gonna make one over here. So again, this is only influencing the squid, so it doesn't really matter if the rock is in the way, because it will just only light the squid. I'm gonna do one. I'm gonna copy this, paste this, and do another one. And then we can go, by the way, go over here and then look through light, and then go to the second squid light. We can put it over there. Turn that one a little bit down. And we want also maybe some. The caustics right now are looking, we're not really seeing the caustics that much on our squid, so we probably want a separate light. I think I also did that in the original thing. So we have our top light that doesn't do any caustics. Then we have this volume light that does do caustics, but maybe we want a separate light over here that shines light over here that just does regular caustics, but not necessarily a lot of volumetrics. Or maybe it also does volumetrics, but this light will then shine light on the entire scene just with some caustics. So maybe let's do it in there, because we wanted this one so there's like volumetrics in the background. Right, so now we have this one here. So maybe we want some less volumetric contribution. Does this one have texture on it? Yes, it does. Does it matter if we increase the gamma? See, it does do a lot on the rocks over here. Maybe a little bit too much. Again, we're not going to get exactly the same look that I did in the in my original thing. But again, after we assembled the whole thing, I'll go through my original thing. I'm just sort of trying to match roughly what I did. But again, in order to really polish up a shot like this, you really need to spend a lot of time tweaking and really iterating upon everything. So I'm thinking that, let's have a look to our, so maybe we need to change the subsurface scattering a bit on our squid. Maybe let's have a look what our squid looks like if I do my original material. Let's see if it's actually the material that makes the difference, or if it's the light, or what's the... Let's do some bucket rendering. Okay, so that's my original material. A little bit extreme still maybe, but I think I'm just gonna leave that for now. So I'm gonna, let's say, decrease some of the lights, maybe decrease the top light. But again, like after this whole thing is over, we've assembled, I'll move to the actual render scene and I'll go through it, and then you can see the differences. Because obviously this looks like, well, a little bit different now than the original render, but that just has to do with the settings of all of the stuff, which is difficult to now exactly match one-on-one without spending tons of hours while recording to. So yeah, okay, I think I'm just gonna keep this for now. Let's just put in the other stuff and then we'll mess with some more light later on. So let's just first put some other stuff in and then we'll move. Then we'll have a go at some more tweaking the lights more. Else we'll spend hours now tweaking the lights, which is maybe not what we want to do. Right, so let's go to out. Let's put in our back rocks because it's also gonna, of course, make quite a bit of a difference. Let's render. Okay, so we need to get, and let's put it to IPR. So we need to assign some materials to those. Let's go into rock back. Let's go render. Let's assign materials. Where are they? Rocks. Group. Right, so why is that not doing anything? Okay, so it does seem like it's doing something. We just probably need to increase the displacement scale on it. And it's just being lit a little bit too brightly. We just need to have a look at what's going on with that. Maybe tree. So it's a little bit too bright. So let's have a look at the, so what is currently doing that? Select our top light. Let's see if we turn that on. It looks like, okay, if we don't have it too high, then it's sort of okay. I guess it's fine. Let's because if we turn on depth of field, it's probably let's just move along for now. So let's introduce some more stuff.